Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Dratnos' Minecraft Technic Pack Let's Play. So I was cutting down these trees after the end of last episode, and then I was thinking, you know what, I'm sure that there are some people who actually want to see this, but I've got a lot of stuff to do, and so I figured, why not record the stuff and then speed it up and show that to you guys now? So that's actually what I'm doing. I'm actually speaking very slowly while first recording this, and then hopefully it'll turn out to be the same speed. No, that's not what I'm doing. What I am doing is I've recorded this. It's me. It's basically, what we're doing today is we're going to do the kind of vanilla preparations, along with gathering some Technic resources that we're going to need. So if you're not interested in seeing, we're not designing any machines this episode, we're just going to be kind of preparing our base area and getting a little bit of the necessities started. So we're just getting some of our requirements in terms of rubber here. And we've gotten some saplings as well, which is good. There's a big volcano over there, along with a castle and a cow. And here's a millionaire village. There are a few of them. I know some of you guys want me to turn off generation of new millionaire villages. I'll probably do that in one of the coming episodes. And there's a cave system here and some weird towers. Some other exciting stuff like that. Those of you wondering if we're going to be using a texture pack, we probably will end up using a texture pack. However, you guys have the decision there. Go to facebook.com/Dratnos. I've got a poll there. If you have an opinion on whether or not we should be using a texture pack, namely Sfax Pure BD Craft. It's the only Technic one as far as I know. So go ahead and go over there if you've got an opinion on that, and I'll go with the majority decision in a few episodes as soon as Sfax gets updated, if we want to use a texture pack or not. Additionally, we're just gathering some copper here. That's the ore that we're gathering, and now we're gathering some iron. A little bit of good old iron. It's getting dark, so we'll go ahead and wuss out and build ourselves a little hidey hole. And get a little bit of crafting done during the night. I skipped a few times through a few minutes, so if you're wondering why the night's very short, first off, it's because I've sped up this, but it's also because I skipped through some of the stuff. Right. And that's what has happened here. Just fiddling around with some not enough item settings, seeing what they do. That's mostly what's happening here. And I was about to check outside, and then I got cowardly. And there's a dead chicken. And we're about to hear some very fast Minecraft music. Oh, it stopped, so I turned it off. Okay, well, that was cool. Anyways, just getting a little bit of stuff done during the nighttime. Not that much useful to do. We'll save getting an iron pickaxe for now until we can use up our stone pickaxe. That seems like a good course of action. Head along over here. See, oh, there's some green candy, uranium, which we do need that iron pickaxe for, so we'll grab that now. And a little bit more iron. Can't hurt. Well, it can hurt, I suppose, if we hurt ourselves with it somehow. But theoretically, can't really hurt. I suppose it could hurt if we, jumped from a high distance onto this iron ore block. And a little bit more iron. We're getting quite lucky with our spawns here. You can see the white stuff around, that's marble. And it's a very good decorative block. We'll probably come back here later to gather some more of that. Ooh, dungeon. Okay, run away, run away. Let's make a waypoint so we can find it in the future. And for those of you wondering, I did misspeak the seed last episode, so you'll go ahead, just pause the episode here whenever I bring up the F3 window, or look in the comments from last episode. Oh my god, a bandit. Okay, millionaire bandit of some sort, with a millionaire tower there, which is annoying because there are also better dungeons, bandits and stuff. He's just hiding up there trying to camp me here. We'll build an epic great... Oh god, he's coming. Stay in F3. Okay, run away. Run away. Where is he? Let's get ourselves some stuff here. A little bit of ore. Okay, no, just run. Oh, there he is. Okay, that's not pleasant. The difficulty's still on hard, by the way. I just paused it there because I was shocked when I hit escape. I didn't turn the difficulty back, and I died. So we'll go ahead and head back across the river here through our NPC village. I didn't see a blacksmith here, but I will check more thoroughly later because I know some of you guys want me to check to see if there's a chest there. Luckily enough, we do have ourselves a near enough waypoint to where we were. And I've just turned on Death Point, which is part of REI's minimap mod. That'll basically give you a waypoint every time you die, so you can get back easily. We're just gonna get a boat so we can cross the river here. Da-da-da, hopefully before our stuff despawns. That would be awesome. And we'll just head across here. Oh, pirate ship. Okay, well, our day goes from bad to worse. There's the, of course, the pirate ship. We'll go ahead and avoid that. Spin along around here. And head on back up. There we go. Get ourselves some wood-shaped resources. And through the millionaire village we go, where we spawned in, and there's the castle and the enemy tower. So the castle's added by Better Dungeons, that one there, and the tower's added by Millionaire. And they both have their own evil enemies in a slightly different format there. And I'm just looking around for my stuff, can't seem to find it. So what I will do is I will pause the recording, look through my old files, and actually figure out the X and Y values of where I died, which is one of the benefits of recording this. I would have had that if I'd had Death Point on anyway. Hopefully before my stuff despawns, I'll be able to get that done. Yeah, okay. There we go. Just paused, stopped the recording, and I remember where I died now, over here. Gather all the stuff, and we're fine. We are fine. No problem. We're certainly not going to die anymore, because dying would be silly. And it's getting late, so let's spend a day in this peaceful little village here. A little bit of, well, not much to do, actually, here. Just looking through some of the recipes. That's what's happening here. It's darkish. This village isn't all that well defended, but creepers can't actually spawn near it. And I actually have noticed I haven't seen any aggressive mobs that actually spawn during nighttime. I've only seen aggressive mobs in like the fortresses where they spawn. So I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but it is in fact true. There are no skeletons or anything spawning. I've just skipped through today. I didn't actually use the mod. I just waited it out. Don't worry. Anyways, over there you'll see in the distance a blue tree. If you want, you can skip back and see it. That's added by Thaumcraft now. I've figured out that the big trees and the blue tree in the distance over there are both added by Thaumcraft, and they indicate an area with high potential magic in them. Basically is the way that I'll explain that for now, until I actually get into Thaumcraft, which will be in a few episodes. We'll actually start that soon. We'll start doing some Thaum stuff. I didn't actually do any Technic stuff this episode. There's an oil well. Just go ahead and mark that onto our minimap. More oil. Set it to black, which seems to be the logical color for oil. Turn off all of our waypoints except the old oil waypoint, which is basically our home waypoint. Here's a dude in gold armor. He should be... Okay. Well, he would have been easy to kill, but it looks like he just one-shotted us. So that's not very nice. We'll go ahead and head on back here. Head on back here. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. No problem. Not a problem. Those little plants as well also indicate an area with relatively high potential magic area in them. The blue tree that we saw in the distance indicates a very high magic, and the big great wood trees that we've been seeing indicate like medium high aura is what they call it. Aura. It's added by Thaumcraft 2, and I'll get more into that later. Whew. Now some of you... Okay, let's just gather our stuff here. Oh, and we're drowning. It's fine. It's fine. Let's gather some breathing, and let's go down for another run. Okay. Got ourselves some stuff. Ooh. Let's see if we can get this block destroyed so we can get some air. Nope. Okay, we died again. Well, that's a problem. We'll turn off the old death point and just head back to the new death point. This is becoming a comedy of errors here. Now, some of you have been saying Dratnos. I know Direwolf and Nearby have both been restricting their equivalent exchange play. I don't know why you're doing it, but if you're being influenced by them, don't. I actually wasn't. I had this idea independently of them. I'm sure that they... Like, I'm not saying that they stole it from me or anything, but I had the idea to restrict the equivalent exchange. It actually came from my moderators, because after they were talking about their experience with it, and I agreed with them. And so that's why I'm not going to be using equivalent exchange. It's entirely my decision, though. There are many people that disagree with me, and I've heard both sides quite a lot. And the reason that I'll be restricting the equivalent exchange mod is basically, it's so that we don't get massive... It's so that we still have the need to design cool machines, basically. I know that there are some people that are capable of still doing that if they don't have to. For me, I'm not going to design a machine if I don't have to. And so, for that reason, I'm going to be restricting my use of equivalent exchange. Again, not still quite sure how the rules will work yet. I'll figure that out in a few episodes. I'll set some rules for myself as for how we'll use equivalent exchange. We've got all our stuff here, and drowning a little bit, no huge problem. Run away from that pirate guy. We swim faster than him, which is weird because he's a pirate. It's also weird that he's just standing out in the middle there, especially gold armor, I guess, means strong. Usually gold armor means weak, but on him it meant strong. So that's okay. Head on back home here. Again, I haven't seen any hostile mobs spawning, so we'll just keep a lookout for that. It doesn't look like there are any hostiles, except for those that are spawned by one of the mods. But it doesn't look like natural creepers spawn or anything like that, or skeletons or zombies or anything. This village is a bit flooded. It's getting nighttime, and I'm still not entirely sure that there are no monsters, so we'll go ahead and take residence here. And let one of the testificates in as well, because that's nice. Testificate, that's the name of these villagers. Head outside again, just look around. Delete the old death point, not necessary. Yeah, there's definitely nothing spawned out here. We'll just head on right back home. No huge problem. It is morning. I did skip through some of the nighttime. Here's our little hut, and there's the lookout up there. Some of you have been saying it looks like Kami's lookout from Dragon Ball Z. Sure. Just had another little... I paused there for a bit, I think. And we've got ourselves a chest. This our starting dwelling. It's not going to have much besides a chest, a workbench, and a furnace. Ooh, a tree just grew. Nice. And we just discovered some very lucky iron there as we start our mine shaft. This will be the Dratcorp manual mine shaft. Everything in this server will have a name. It'll be named. It'll be a Dratcorp creation. We're going to trademark everything. We're going to Minecraft trademark everything, and we will be firing off Minecraft lawsuits to anybody who doesn't follow our trademark. Is basically how this is going to work. Dratcorp. And so we're just beginning our Dratcorp manual mines down here. Ooh, and we've managed to update some blocks. Let's see what kind of damage that caused above ground in a bit. Hopefully it didn't come right out of the middle of our home. Those blocks... Oh, yep, there it is. Those blocks just fell. That's no problem. It's fixed. It's not a bug, it's a feature. And we've got ourselves a furnace. We'll just plonk that down over there. Fire up some of the iron, no problem. Again, just getting rid of some of the vanilla preparatory work that we're going to need for future stuff. That's kind of what we're doing here this episode. That's why I've sped it up for you as well. Ooh, pink thing. There's a Viz Crystal. These are added by Thaumcraft. And we're going to go ahead and take that. Viz Crystal. Yes, very cool. Viz Crystals, they spawn underground. I'm not sure how to harvest them without just using the pickaxe and breaking them, so that's what I've been doing. That's what I will do. And we use them for various things in Thaumcraft. We need them for the first crafting in Thaumcraft, which is a crucible. And we'll go ahead and craft that this episode, but most of the Thaumcraft stuff I'll do in a regular speed episode when I can talk about it in a more full and complete fashion. Ooh, a little bit of a laggy spiky there. Yeah, so there's how you make a Thaumcraft crucible. It's a cauldron, a furnace, and a Viz Crystal. It's very simple. Little, ooh, I kind of forgot that I was doing that there. We'll just keep on heading out this way, actually. We need food. Food is our priority, actually. Let's go ahead and grab some from the local wildlife here. Gotcha. Lovely little food there. And we'll head on back home. See if we can't smelt this up so that we get more benefit out of it. Because, in fact, you can be awoken in the middle of the night with somnia if you're low on hunger, so you can't just, like, sleep through until day and hope that you'll still be alive. You will die. That's how this one works. That's how this goes down. So don't die. Don't do that. Make sure you're always at least, I think, 2 hungered before you go to sleep. Otherwise, you'll be awoken by dying. Again, that's just the Somnia mod. I don't think that'll be true in vanilla. Because Somnia actually does simulate everything while you sleep. And it's almost dusk time, so it's sleep until dusk, not sleep until dawn. And there we go, there's sleep until dawn. And I just simulated through it there. I just turned off the recording because it's very slow when I'm recording. Out we go, and let's go ahead and manage our dirt here. We have kind of limited dirt. It's kind of sad that dirt is our limited resource, but we'll go ahead and just gather all the stuff down here. And we need to get some rubber trees going here so we have sufficient supply of rubber. We'll just build a little bit of a plantation, keep them nice and far apart for now. I'm not interested. Yeah, maybe later this episode I'll make a better way to hold our rubber trees. Seems like a good call. There we go. 9 little slots. And we'll stick a piece of dirt in each. And we'll put saplings in all of them. All of our rubber tree saplings along with some non-rubber tree saplings. There we go. Easy game. Now, some of you have been saying that if you remove the leaves from the top of a rubber tree, it no longer respawns resin. Can somebody confirm for me if that's true? Because that would be very good to know. We're just smelting up some of our iron ingots there to make refined iron. That's going to be useful. Very useful. Now, some of you have also been asking, I'm just going to begin our mine shaft here. I'm going to try and use up our wooden pickaxe here, and so that's what I'm doing this for. Leave some coal there, because I don't think we need coal right now. And need a little bit of iron pickaxe action here, and we'll just see if we can't get through with our wood pickaxe. There's the seed, for those of you who are looking at it. Just pause the video here, and you should be able to grab it. I remembered that you'd want to see that, and I held F3. Ooh, there we go, another Viz Crystal. Lucky. Very lucky. We got a vaporous Viz Crystal. Each one has different things that go on about it. Again, I'm not all that sure yet, but there's some research that we'll be able to do soon. This game, actually, it'll let you research recipes and stuff. That's silver. It lets us make that athame thingy. I don't know what that does yet, but we'll find out. Should be cool in a future episode. Anyways, some of you were asking how you get more shares in Dratcorp. Right now, everybody has 1 share. All of you viewers have 1 share in Dratcorp. And if we have votes, that's how that'll play for now. In future, though, I'd like to design some way to let you maybe get more shares. Nothing in like real money or anything like that, but kind of cool and exciting ways to help you get more shares, influence in the Dratcorp. But for now, we will just be keeping it at 1 share per person. However, if you'd like to make a contribution to Dratcorp, the best way to do that would be to like, favorite, subscribe, all that nonsense. Again, I'm not going to actually make a direct incentive for that, but it'll make me very happy. So if that's incentive for you, I believe that should qualify. And we'll just look back here, make sure that we've gotten all the ore out, but first off, clear the tunnels, because I'm still not sure that... I mean, I'm fairly sure at this point that hostile mobs aren't spawning, but I still want to light it up, because I'm a bit paranoid on that. And rightly so, after many creeper explosions. Let's just take a look on down here. I was about to block it off, but then I decided not to, and luckily enough, I've been rewarded with many coal and many other things. And we're almost out of our iron pickaxe here. Yeah, it's getting very low on pickaxiness. We'll go ahead and head on back up to the surface and get some new ones, get some smelting done and stuff. Ooh, another Viz Crystal, nice. And get some more torches. Another Viz Crystal, awesome. We have got many Viz Crystals. They spawn underground. You can also get them from killing floating wisps, as they're called. They'll be floating around throughout the world. And we'll just head in a few different directions here, because I use the right-hand wall torch mechanism. Basically, it means that when you're going into a dungeon, or into a cave system, You always put the torches on your right-hand side, and then you'll be able to exit just by making sure the torches are always on your left-hand side. And that's how I do this here. I kind of goofed the system a little bit in one of the little mine shafts, which is why I got confused back there. That's no problem. And we've got some growth on our trees here. Again, no mobs out here. Definitely looks like there's nothing here, but we'll still go ahead and sleep through the night. Since there are no mobs spawning, though, I might not have a problem in future with just skipping through the nights. But for now, I'm playing this completely legitly. I know that might be hard to believe, but I actually have not spawned in anything. I've not skipped through any of the nights. I've actually slept legitly or left myself in a hole. And there we go. There's our Better Than Iron achievement for the refined iron ingots that we've gotten there. Just smelting a little bit of that, but that's probably the most technic thing that we'll be doing this episode, besides making that crucible that we made. Down back into the mine shaft, it looks like we're actually lowish on coal. So let's go ahead and go on a coal/other resources gathering expedition down in our Dratcorp TM manual mine shaft. And we are going to put TM after everything, as previously stated. Keep on heading on down here. Look around a little bit, gather some more coal. And we're going to begin preparations for our mine shaft shortly. We'll just have a little bit of a look around and gather anything that's very visible on the surface that's a good ore. Tin and copper, not so much important for us right now. I think we have enough of that. If we need more, that'll always be easy to find. But we'll still gather a little bit of it. And nickelite, that's what this is. It looks like diamond, but it's just nickelite. And we'll gather all of this stuff. A little bit of silver as well. Silver, silver and tin look very similar. And tungsten and coal look very similar. I'm not sure. I don't think tungsten still has a use yet. It didn't used to have a use, and it doesn't, I don't think, until one of the next parts of Red Power comes out. It's added by the Red Power mod, as is silver, and you can see they're both kind of limited in terms of uses right now. If I had equivalent exchange, if I was using equivalent exchange, I would be still focusing on gathering tungsten because you can transmute them into 2 diamond each. However, I do not have equivalent exchange. I'm not using, or I have it on, but I'm not using it, and I'm going to restrict how I use that. What I'm going to do basically is I'm going to build a building, and I'm going to make it like equivalent exchange only in here. And I'm going to dump my inventory before going inside each time. And I'll keep it kind of quarantined that way. So that way we can still build some cool stuff with equivalent exchange, but it won't bleed over into the rest of our things, which I believe is the main problem with equivalent exchange. And we'll just keep on moving here, keep our strip mining going here. We're just building long strip mines down the side. I believe they're called strip, maybe shaft mining or whatever. And we'll just build a 1x1 tunnel about 20 blocks out. Gather all visible ore and then block it on up so that our tunnel keeps going. And then we'll move 3 blocks forward and do the same thing. And this way we'll expose ourselves to every block that would be beside us. And we'll miss a few corner blocks, but not very much at all. We'll get most of these blocks exposed. This is a very basic little mine shaft system. I think it's one that a lot of people will use. And there we go. You can see some of the caverns that we actually hollowed out from last time. The last little shaft. And I'm feeling pretty good on resources for now. So we'll go ahead and hop on back up to the surface. You'll see we made a waypoint. We've got a few different waypoints going. I'll need to eventually make one for my home, but I kind of keep neglecting setting up a bunch of waypoints, and I don't want this home to be my home for very long at all. So let's go ahead and gather some of this stuff. Gather a little bit of the stuff there. Head on out over towards this little overlook thing that you can see here. Ooh, there's been some developments between 2 of the villages. They've improved their relationship with each other. That's a new thing in Millionaire. I haven't seen that happening before, but it's cool that we have multiple villages. We have 1 here and then 2 over by the death area where we died multiple times. Oh, we've been damaged in our sleep. That was because we failed to sleep, or to eat, and we're fine. It's morning again, and we do need to sort out our hunger issues because we only have 1 more cooked thingy, and we have some seeds, so maybe some sort of farm would be a good idea. We'll just keep on smelting up some stuff, filling up this little chest here. I don't plan on having any major storage here. 1 chest will be all that I'll let myself have in this building. Yeah, here's our Dratcorp temporary fortification, and we'll trademark that later. And here's our Dratcorp manual mine shaft, or manual mine entrance. There we go. Getting another tree tap here so that we can go and gather from the lovely rubber trees. And we made ourselves a hoe as well. And we'll go ahead and just get this going out here. We don't have a bucket yet, and I don't want to waste the resources on it because I'm very lazy. And we'll make ourselves just a nice little floating farm out here. That will be fine. And we'll keep on just expanding. We have very limited dirt right now, and I could go grab more, but for right now, we'll grab a little bit more, but I don't think we're actually going to set up a dirt gathering quarry. We'll get more eventually, very easily. And we'll just put on a sign here so that we know what it is. The Dratcorp Floating Farm Pod. There's our trademark. And we'll go ahead and head on back in here. Eat up some stuff. Get down these trees. Get all the resin. And get rid of the leaves. Some people have been telling me that the 3-leaf formation at the top is necessary in order for these to continue regenerating their rubber. Could anybody confirm that for me? Like, send me a source or something, citation to prove, or just like link me to some of the code and highlight the part that says that. I do read the language Java that this is coded in, so if somebody could just decompile the industrial craft code, or don't actually decompile it if they don't want you to, but if somebody could prove to me that actually destroying the top leaf blocks is what stops the resin from respawning. I have never actually observed that myself, but I can do an experiment as well, and we can find that out. But for now, that's something that I do a bit in this episode, destroying those top leaves. It would be good to know if that's bad. And we'll just go ahead and add a TM to the bottom here, and a TM to the bottom here, because we need to make sure that we trademark all of our stuff. Manual mine, TM entrance. Cool. And we'll go and just improve on our little floating farm design here. Get rid of all this stuff. Cool. Get some of our dirt back. Reclaim that. And we'll just add it to here. And add some of our flax seeds to the back. Dratcorp floating farm pod. TM out there. Nice. Very, very cool. Gathering a little bit more rubber saplings here. Easy game. And let's just go ahead and chop them all down. Whatever. I always, destroy the leaves as if I'm not going to chop them down, and then I end up deciding to chop them down. I'm sure some of you are raging about that. So, fun fact, I actually originally recorded this in 1900 by 1200 resolution, so if you're wondering why it looks a bit stretched out, that's why I've gone ahead and removed the aspect ratio in order to keep it from having black bars along the side of the video. If some of those develop for some parts, then I probably forgot to do that for one of the clips or whatever. Here we're just going to build ourselves a little bit of a better tree farm design. It doesn't have to be all that efficient. We'll maybe build a few different ones, but for now this will be just a quick, simple little thing. And we'll fill back up all this sand. It's getting dark, but I don't really care because I don't believe that mobs are spawning. So it seems like even though I'm on hard mode, the only mobs that are spawning are the ones that are specifically designed to spawn by better dungeons or by millionaire bandits and stuff. Ooh, a little bit more of a cave-in. There's still some floating sand out in the middle of that lake, and there's still some floating sand on top of the hill. We'll try and keep those intact for now. I will make Dratcorp Hyper-Compact Manual Tree Farm. Even though it's not hyper-compact, we're going to market it that way, because our marketing department is telling us to. Dratcorp. Very cool. We're beginning to set up our company stuff here. We're going to have a headquarters soon. It's going to be cool. Skip through until day again, because day makes it easier for your precious little eyes to see all this stuff. And my precious little eyes as well. Gonna have a nice drink of Coke Zero here, because I'm out of Dr. Pepper for temporarily. I'm gonna gather some more later, but for now, have to stick with Coke Zero. Not bad, not bad. Relax the Dr. Pepper stuff. And we're gonna start building our next little dwelling here. It's gonna be mostly a box house. We'll have it be like 2 box houses kind of smushed together, and they'll be in slightly different orientations. So hopefully that'll not look so terrible. And eventually this house, we'll try and make it actually look somewhat good. And I'd love to hear your input for future. If any of you are actually great Minecraft architects and would like to spend some time giving me some tips on that, I'm just going to mostly wing it here based on some stuff that I've heard and some stuff that I've read mostly on have you ever heard of the server The Voxel Box? They do a lot of cool build stuff, and they have a guide for architecture on their wiki, so I've been kind of looking at that. Get some ideas here. I'm just trying to sever the link between the leaves and the tree, and the rest will despawn themselves. Cool. Getting rid of that so we can get some more saplings, but we'll keep the trees up so we can harvest their resin. Again, if that's not going to respawn because of the leaves at the top being gone, somebody could let me know and give me some source on that. That would be great. And we'll just build ourselves this house. It's going to be a combination of stone and wood in various different textures. And the goal of this house is going to be to show you how you can maybe make a somewhat good-looking house. Again, you guys will decide if it looks good. With just some simple resources. So that's what we're going to be doing. Getting ourselves some cooked stone here for that very purpose. Cooked stone around the side a little bit. We'll get some crafting bench action going here. And wooden planks will be the side of the walls. We've got a few different textures here. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. Again, the traditional combo of just some stone and some wood. Hopefully we're going to design a nice little modest house that works good with that. We're not going to be doing any of the red power half slabs or whatever for this episode. We'll be doing, I love those, but for now we're going to try and design, this episode we're going to do mostly vanilla stuff besides the rubber tree farming, which is gathering resources for later. So this house is going to be designed entirely, architecturally at least, with vanilla accessible stuff. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here. Just doing a little bit of terraforming on the hill so that it looks like it's built more into the hill. Cool. And I need to figure out eventually how I'm going to do my roof. But for now, we have a few other objectives. Just going to keep our lovely little farm here harvested. And we'll make sure that we have a little dirt block below it so that we can't fall, or so that we can stand in the middle without falling all the way to the bottom. That'd be nice. And get a few more of the leafies. And I'm just going to cut out, we're going to make another tree farm area. This one's going to be even more hyper compact than the last one. It's going to be where we put our regular saplings for now. And we'll head on through here, sleep through again. And it's morning. Da-da-da, morning. By the way, I'd love to hear your opinions about the sound files that I've used this episode. The original sound file that you heard in the very first few seconds, you can scroll back to there. Note down the time, scroll back if you want, and then come back here. And tell me in the comments what you think of the sound that started off this episode. That was actually submitted by a fan who wishes to remain anonymous. And let me know what you think of that. If you like, we can kind of add that to more videos. Otherwise, we can just have it be this one. It's great. Thank you very much for that submission. Fan who does not wish to be named. And if you do ever wish to be named, let me know and I'll give you credit in the description. Otherwise, though, that's what we had here. And then the rest of the music, after that first 45 seconds, is just going to be some royalty-free music that I'll find. And I'll give you credits for that, again, in the description. But it'll be royalty-free music that I can use under attribution and still make money off of, because my partnership looks like it's finally going through. So if you see ads starting to appear on my videos over the next few days, please don't get too annoyed with them. They're all going to directly finance more channel stuff and things that'll be awesome, maybe like a Tekkit server, hopefully. Since we want torches everywhere, we're going to have floating farm pod. We're just going to move the sign there, a little bit of a redesign. What we're going to do is we're going to annotate when we make new updates to things, but for now, I'm not gonna, like, when we take a design and we make it better, then we'll go ahead and, like, do Mark II next to it, but I didn't consider that I didn't think that little change to the farm pod was enough to qualify it for Mark II status. And we're just doing a little bit more rubber tree harvesting here, to see if we can't get some more saplings out of these, lovely branches. And some more regular tree planting. Cool. Super cool. Good stuff happening here. And I think we need to redesign completely this, so this will qualify for a Mark II temporary fortification, as we call this. We're going to upgrade it from Mark I, which was that design you saw there, to Mark II. Again, the world saves, I've got a folder now on MediaFire that you can check out and download the world save files. Hopefully I'll have one file after each episode. And we're just going to fill up the ground here so that there's not any big holes you can fall down. And move this a little bit closer. We're going to make the fortification a little bit more compact, maybe one that you can use in your own worlds. If you like, you can use any of the Dratcorp designs in your own world. As a shareholder, you're allowed to. However, as a shareholder, you're also going to want to make sure you include the TM and call it Dratcorp, because that's cool, and otherwise Minecraft lawsuits will be distributed. Here we go. Just going to have a cobblestone little roof. Nothing too fancy for the walls here. A little bit of old woody stuff, and we'll add a few little tiny windows. There's our little temporary fortification. Dratcorp trademarked temporary fortification. We'll just get rid of these corners to make it look a little bit more three-dimensional. I believe that's a good thing to do. And Dratcorp temporary fortification. Ooh, let's spell that right. Mark II. Trademark. Trademark Mark II. There we go. There's the right order. There we go. We've now upgraded one of our designs. We'll be doing this for all of our Technic designs as well, within buildings and outside of buildings. And if you guys like this kind of style of episode where I kind of do a lot of stuff but speed it up for you, let me know. I should be able to produce a few of these episodes for you. Again, probably not on a regular basis, like on a super regular basis, because this takes more of my time. Like, it takes me 2.5 hours of recording the video, and then 30 minutes of me recording the sound. Whereas otherwise it would just take 30 minutes of me recording both the sound and the video to release an episode. So this is kind of a special type of episode that won't be happening all that often. You'll notice that the tree capitated there actually noticed all the trees. That's cool. If you look here, yeah, we've got a much more compact design here by including more spaces for our dirt. Cool. We want to make sure that all of the trees have adequate appropriate access to lighting, which is something that we are trying to do here. Alright, let's go ahead and just gather a little bit of this lovely resource that we call saplings and apples and stuff. Apples will hopefully help us stay alive because our hunger bar is getting disturbingly low. We're pulling a nearby gamer here a little bit, although it's kind of a choice. And we don't have enough time to make that much more of that choice. We're going to go ahead and head out. Actually, you know what I need? I need some oak wood. I need some oak wood for my design of the house that we're building. And I also need a little bit of food because otherwise I will die. Let's get a crafting bench down, get ourselves a little boat so we can head out over that island, which has some, pine, I believe. There's pine wood out there. Oak wood is what we otherwise had. And jungle wood we also had a little bit of. You can see that in our temporary fortification. It's made out of jungle wood. But here's some pine wood. And look at this biome change, right? From between desert and snowy. We're going to go ahead and trademark that, because why not? It's going to be a Dratcorp logical biome. Trademark. There we go. That's not actually a design of ours. It's a design of Notch's. But we're going to go ahead and seal it, because that's what we do as a corporation. Dratcorp, we're slightly shady in terms of corporateness. Which actually makes us relatively unshady in terms of relative corporateness, if that makes sense. Cool. Now, for those of you wondering if I'm going to install Optifine, I probably will end up installing Optifine. Hopefully, I'll make a tutorial video if I end up doing that. Hopefully, they'll just include that in Technic soon. And I'll let you know as soon as this updates. This is still, for those of you getting, like, chunk loading errors and stuff, yeah, that happened to me. I had to create, like, 20 worlds before I actually got one that ran. So just do that yourself, and hopefully that'll work for you. In we go. Get ourselves some new signs. This is going to be a hyper-rare compact. It's more compact, so we're going to call it hyper-rare compact tree farm. Trademark, of course. And we've got ourselves some of our lovely pine wood. A little bit of pine wood here. And we need another tree farm now, so that we can get more pine going. We're going to make this even more hyper-compact. And I'll use a special design for it, because we want to make sure that all the trees still get light, even if one is grown. We don't need that many torches in our original farms, because there's empty space. But if we have a farm that's pretty much filled up, we also need a lot of torches in various places to ensure that everything gets their correct amount of lighting. Right, so that's what we're doing here. And let's go ahead and get this roof going. We need a little bit of this pine planks, which are a little bit darker. I want the roof to kind of be darker themed, but the same general texture as the rest of the house, so that it stands out, but also is thematically union. Again, all of this, just some wood and some stone is what we're making this house out of. Hopefully it'll still look good. We'll keep that little space there, because that indicates kind of the corner between the two little rectangles that we're building the house out of. We've basically taken a rectangle, and then we've taken another rectangle that's perpendicular to that and kind of smushed them together a little bit. And we've accidentally jumped there, and we're gathering a little bit of wheat, making sure that our floating farm pod is still supplied. Gather that. Now we have some pine wood. Good. That'll our corner textures are vertical themed. You can see a vertical themed block like those ones has like things running up the sides of it. Gonna need to build a floor here. And so yes, we're using the raw wood as the corners, and then stone is our kind of like border. It's gonna be the bottom and also around the doors, and then wood planks will be the rest of the texture. And we're just gonna actually get rid of this. I don't like it. I like keeping little corners there so that we can that are at 3-dimensional, so that the house looks a little bit less like just a box. And we're actually gonna make the roof a little bit go upwards. That's our plan here. That's what we're doing. Just do it from inside like that. Make sure that it has a little bit more 3-dimensionality to it. And we want that actually to be the corner texture again. There we go. Da-da-da. Nice, it's looking a little bit better. And we need a little bit more at the top here for these spots. And there we go. This is an entirely wood and stone vanilla-based house. You can see there. We've got a little bit of a strange texture where we've got our furnaces and crafting table, but I like that as a little bit of a flavor to it. And we'll go ahead and actually add more to the back there, so that it looks like it kind of rises at the back, which is a common house look as far as I know. This is our Dratcorp Cozy Corporate Lodge. Trademark. There we go. We've got ourselves something built. That'll be where we live for now. And we'll keep on building better and new designs on houses as Dratcorp. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that aspect of this. Again, if it's mostly just architectural stuff, I'll try and speed up those episodes. And then, for Technic episodes, I'll try and do them much more slowly. And I'll do them regular time so that I can explain everything that I'm doing. Because Technic is kind of what we're here for this series. Mostly what you guys are here for. Actually, that's kind of why I'm glad that regular mobs aren't spawning. I hope that they keep it that way, because I like the challenge of going and invading a dungeon or whatever. But I also like the ability to just kind of build freely otherwise. So it's the best of both worlds right now. Hopefully that's not a bug, but actually intentional. Cool. All right. And now we'll put the signs right outside here so that we can actually have the... So there's our hyper-compact manual tree farm. Little bit of checking the farm there for anything grown. And here's our hyper-rest compact. So we have the hyper-compact, and then the hyper-rare compact, and then the hyper-rest compact. And the hyper-compact wasn't all that hyper-compact, but don't tell anybody. It's marketing. And we'll just go ahead and fill these up with sand. We'll just jump on down here so that we can fill them all the way up with sand, so that the floor texture of this starting hut is a bit more unified. There we go. Got ourselves, some even more relationships improved between two villages. That's cool. Very good relationship now. Awesome. And all of our tree farms are now named and trademarked and everything. I'm pretty sure that's how trademark works. You just have to claim it And then it's yours. There we go. Cool stuff. We are getting quite low on the old hunger front. Hopefully we have enough wheat. Yes, we do. We can survive the night, hopefully. There we go. It's morning. We lost one pork chop of hunger. And we are getting quite low on the old food front. So let's go ahead and plonk down. This is going to be our new tree farm design. I'll try and design it a bit more on camera, but for now, the basic idea is we want to design it so that every... Ooh, wow, Treecapitator totally takes down everything. That's very awesome. For those of you saying Treecapitator is overpowered, it just removes a time thing, really. Like, it doesn't make your machines work any differently. It just removes a little bit of the vanilla time-consuming thing of chopping down trees. So I don't believe Treecapitator is overpowered. I believe Equivalent Exchange isn't... I don't think Equivalent Exchange is necessarily overpowered either. I just think that it... Like, in terms of, like, power that it gives you, sure, it gives you a little bit, but I think that's fine. I think the problem that I have with Equivalent Exchange is that it makes it, it makes it easier to do things the Equivalent Exchange way than, like, the Industrial Craft way, and the Industrial Craft way is usually more interesting, in my opinion. And so we're going to be trying to stay away from doing too much Equivalent Exchange stuff, or at least we're going to keep it kind of separate. We'll keep Equivalent Exchange stuff Equivalent Exchange. So we're just going to gather some lovely sheepsies here. Oops, we lost some of them. Let's make sure we've gathered ourselves some sheep, some pigs, keep all their interest, and we're just going to herd them back onto our base. That's what we're going to be doing here. Ooh, we've lost another one, a little piggy. And I actually haven't built pens for them. I just kind of spur of the moment decided that I'd like to breed some animals the old vanilla way. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and head on back to base. Bring them along with us. A little bit of lag spikes here while I was playing. That was mostly because I was in a bigger resolution that I intended to be in future. That won't be a problem, and that's also why this is still a bit stretched, if you're wondering. And we'll just bring them on into the house. That'll be fine. Yep, for now, that's where we'll store these sheepies. Except for that one that's outside. And we'll just shear him and kill him, because that's humane. Don't tell PETA. PETA, of course, the organization that is very much pro-animal to a kind of ridiculous degree, in my opinion. You're entitled to your opinion, of course. I'm entitled to mine. And we're going to go ahead and just get some fences going. I seem to have tried to make the fences out of planks there. Just silly, so we're just going to get some sticks going. Do a little bit of inventory jitsu to keep our inventory not overflowed. And we, in the end, did still have to drop some stuff out. We'll pick that back up, though. Not a problem. There we go. We've got ourselves enough fences, hopefully, to create some good old stuff. We'll also make ourselves some fence gates eventually. That would be a good idea. Let's go ahead and do that now, actually. Cool. There we go. Fence gate, of course, that recipe. There we go. Fill up our chest a little bit. We'll move most of our storage now to our new home. We'll not have it store too much, maybe either. Maybe 2 double chests. And yeah. There we go. We'll just keep our little tree farm here so that every tree gets light from an immediately adjacent torch, so that if ones grow, it won't ever be isolated from light. And we'll just keep our farm going here. We're going to have 3 little pens, because we have a few different species. Hopefully we'll be able to actually separate them into them. But it doesn't look... That might be a challenging task. Again, it's nighttime, but I don't really care because it doesn't look like hostiles are spawning. But it's not like we're playing on super easy mode because there are dungeons that can still kill us. Like that actual dungeon that we found, the vanilla dungeon, as well as the better dungeons and millennial spawnings, like the pirate ship and the castle and the tower and stuff. Alright, let's bring them into here. Okay, that's not working too well for us. No, okay, let's see if we can't pull some into here. Nope, okay, that's not gonna work. Let's head on out. Oh god, they're everywhere. They're actually everywhere. I don't even know what I can do to make this better. Okay, yeah. Oh no. Oh, I accidentally fed them some wheat. Derp. I used up the wheat. Okay, let's see if we can't just push them in there. And okay. Yeah, we're gonna actually need to gather some wheat eventually. But for now, let's just shear the sheep and kill them. We need another bed anyway. Cool. There we go. We'll make sure that our farming operation gets a little bit better in the future. But for now, we actually we're not completely self-sufficient on animals yet. We're still going to need to gather a few more. There we go. We've got a bed now for this house. That's cool. Good stuff. Hear the lovely little bayings of the animals. Let's make sure that our house roof is lit so that if they turn mob spawning back on, we don't get any nasty surprises spawning up there. That's always a good thing to avoid if you've got a multi-story building, is make sure that your roof is lit, because otherwise you will have problems from there. Right. So that looks like it's been a pretty productive episode for us. We've gotten some stuff, some work done on our various tree farms and things. Going well for us. We'll do a little bit more sign building, make sure that we've claimed everything. We'll go ahead and claim our animal farm, although that sounds a bit inhumane. So we're going to go ahead and call it the non-human... We're going to go ahead and call it the non-human companion play zone. TM. Trademark. Of course. And there we go. There's all of our stuff we built this episode. We've built quite a few different things, as you can see. My name has been Dratnos. I'd very much appreciate it if you could like, favorite, subscribe, all that nonsense. Thanks everybody for watching. My name has been Dratnos. Goodbye.